No one saw it coming. In a move that left performance truck enthusiasts stunned, Ram pulled the plug on its beloved TRX, effectively ending the era of the supercharged V8 pickup. The internet erupted with disbelief. Fans weren't just losing a truck, they were losing a legend, a fierce competitor that once roared across dunes and devoured lesser off-roaders for breakfast. Yet even while the dust was still settling, Ram revealed something new, the 2025 Ram RHO. At first glance, it seemed like a complete departure, a twin-turbo inline-6 engine instead of a hellacious supercharged V8. People immediately wondered if Ram had bowed to regulatory pressure, or if there was a far more intriguing plan in motion. Are we looking at a dramatic shift toward modern technology, or is this the quiet phase before Ram unleashes something even more shocking down the line? The Ram TRX didn't just arrive, it exploded onto the scene with a 6.2L supercharged V8 that pumped out a monstrous 702 horsepower. It was an off-road rocket, a machine that made loud entrances and even louder exits. Every time someone fired up a TRX, the snarling exhaust and distinct supercharger whine turned heads instantly. Then rumors surfaced that Ram was preparing to discontinue the TRX sooner than anyone anticipated. Enthusiasts brushed off the whispers as clickbait. Why would Ram kill a truck that commanded such a devoted following? But late in 2024, confirmations rolled in. The TRX was indeed done. Some blamed tightening emissions regulations, while others suspected internal brand politics. One theory claimed that top Stellantis brass wanted to redirect funding into electric and hybrid powertrains, leaving gargantuan supercharged engines behind. Another rumor suggested that certain states' stricter environmental laws were pushing the big V8 out of existence. Whatever the reason, Ram ended the TRX on a decisive note, leaving behind a vacuum in the high horsepower truck market. For a brief moment, it looked like Ram might cede the off-road performance crown altogether, but that wasn't the whole story. When the 2025 Ram RHO finally broke cover, it wasn't the kind of unveiling people expected. Instead of a flashy launch with confetti and roaring engines, Ram took a quieter approach. That may have been strategic. After all, they were replacing the mightiest V8 truck in their lineup with an inline-6 called the Hurricane. The Hurricane is no slouch on paper. It churns out around 540 horsepower and well over 500 lb-ft of torque. The moment journalists and industry insiders read those numbers, speculation kicked into high gear. Could this inline-6 possibly stack up to the muscle of the old supercharged motor? Would buyers even accept a truck that traded a big engine sound for twin-turbo whooshes? The new design language added to the intrigue. The front grille boasts sharper lines. The headlights now feature a distinctive layout that looks downright aggressive. Not everyone noticed at first, but the rear bumper got a facelift too, likely to improve airflow and accommodate new towing features. In typical Ram fashion, the fenders are flared and muscular, making the truck look almost as beefy as the TRX. But the real buzz centered on the engine itself. Early test drives revealed that Ram had tuned the new 3.0L inline-6 to shift gears with a mean snap. Drivers reported quick spool up, minimal lag, and a top-end rush that actually felt competitive. Still, the big question lingered. Was this enough to replace the raw intimidation factor the TRX dished out with every press of the accelerator? Losing the Hellcat-derived 6.2L supercharged V8 didn't just stir mild disappointment, it caused an uproar. Entire online communities erupted with frustration, claiming Ram had abandoned its own legacy. Some diehard fans argued that no matter how powerful the RHO might be, it would never match the unique character of a V8 that supercharged every ride with a guttural roar. Rumors also popped up that Ram might have had no real choice in the matter. Whispers of behind-the-scenes deals with regulators circulated, suggesting that the TRX was always meant to be short-lived, a final hurrah for old-school American horsepower before stricter emission laws locked the gates on such engines forever. Others pinned their hopes on the idea that Ram was simply biding its time. Could a bigger, badder version of the Hurricane appear later, perhaps with some form of hybrid assist? Or was a fully electric spin on the TRX concept in the works? The brand's silence only fueled more speculation. People scoured patent filings and cryptic statements from Ram executives, trying to piece together the real reason behind the engine swap. No matter the theories, one thing was certain: the RHO had some massive shoes to fill. To stand any chance of winning over the old TRX loyalists, it needed to deliver not just speed, but also the sense of drama that made the TRX feel special. Yet Ram insisted they had a plan, and that the RHO was only the beginning. Power isn't the only measure of an off-road beast. The 2025 Ram RHO also debuted new suspension tweaks, designed to keep it stable on rough terrain and comfortable enough for daily driving. It retains a specialized shock system, an evolution of the Bilstein technology found in the TRX, aimed at delivering adaptive damping during intense desert runs or simple highway cruising. Testers who've taken the RHO off the beaten path say the truck sails over washboard roads without rattling your teeth. The wide fender flares hint at serious wheel travel, which helps the tires maintain better contact when bounding across dunes or splashing through mud. In modes labeled off-road or Baja, the truck's computer system adjusts throttle response and shift points so you don't plow into obstacles or get bogged down in loose sand. Yet some TRX fans remain skeptical. They adored their truck's uncanny ability to tackle off-road jumps and land with surprising grace. They wonder if the smaller engine up front shifts weight distribution enough to alter that trademark flight and landing feel. Others claim the RHO's lighter nose might actually improve cornering and reduce understeer. Either way, it sparked heated discussions on whether losing the heavy V8 up front is a trade-off that ultimately benefits the truck's balance. And just when it seemed like the RHO couldn't stir more debate, new tire options, revised drive modes, and a rumored extreme package with even tougher shocks began popping up on enthusiast blogs. Ram hasn't confirmed all the details, but the speculation alone has fans analyzing every spy photo and tidbit of inside information. Some say the RHO might eventually surpass the TRX's off-road prowess in real-world scenarios. Others insist that without the bellow of the Hellcat V8, it can't claim the crown, but that wasn't the only surprise under the RHO's sheet metal. Slide behind the wheel of the RHO and you'll notice a cabin that aims to blend ruggedness with near luxury refinement. The old TRX wasn't exactly basic. It offered high-grade leather, suede inserts, and flashy carbon fiber trims. But the RHO cranks things up a notch with technology that feels futuristic compared to the analog-inspired TRX gauges of the past. The star of the show is a 14.4-inch central touchscreen, dwarfing the 12-inch setup that felt gigantic only a couple of years ago. It boots faster, offers split-screen modes for navigation and entertainment, and links to advanced over-the-air updates. To the right of that screen lies a passenger-side display, angled so only the front seat passenger gets a clear view. Passengers can run separate media playlists, input navigation routes, and even browse certain apps without distracting the driver. But the enhancements don't stop there. The seats offer massaging functions for both driver and passenger, a feature previously unheard of in Ram's hardcore off-roaders. Various drive mode buttons flank the center console, and the shift lever retains a truck-like solidity that some say feels even heavier than the TRX unit. Ambient lighting lines the cabin, shifting in color based on drive modes or personal taste. Traditionalists, however, argue that some of these bells and whistles dilute the truck's no-nonsense persona. They say the TRX was about raw performance first and foremost, with luxury as a side benefit, not the main focus. Ram counters that the market now expects both comfort and speed in high-end pickups, and that the RHO aims to set a new benchmark. Is this a glimpse of where future Ram performance vehicles are headed? A seamless blend of raw capability and modern opulence? The debate rages on, but technology isn't the only hot topic swirling around the RHO. One of the biggest claims Ram trumpeted for the 2025 RHO was that it would be easier on gas than the old TRX. The reasoning seemed simple. A twin-turbo V6 should, in theory, sip less fuel than a supercharged V8, but early owners have come forward with mixed reports. While some see modest improvements, especially on the highway, others say heavy-footed driving and off-road excursions still drink down premium gas at an alarming rate. Full-time four-wheel drive plays a part, as it did in the TRX. You can't switch the RHO to rear-wheel drive only, which means you're always pushing power to all four corners. In city traffic, that tends to spike fuel usage even if you baby the throttle, and if you bury your right foot to feel those turbos spool, expect mileage to plummet, just like in any powerful engine. critics question whether Ram oversold the efficiency angle to justify losing the V8. Some note that the real-world difference may be minimal, perhaps just a few mpg better than the TRX in a best-case scenario. Others point out that regulations forced Ram's hand. The brand had to showcase at least some improvement, or risk bigger fines and negative press. The bigger question might be, does anyone buying a $90,000 high-performance truck truly prioritize fuel economy? Even if it's slightly better, the RHO is still a large, heavy vehicle that demands premium fuel. For some, it's a welcome shift. For many TRX loyalists, though, it doesn't matter. They believe a truck like this should be about raw sensation, not MPG bragging rights. But that's far from the only uncertainty swirling around the new RHO. As soon as Ram introduced the Hurricane motor, insiders began whispering about what might come next. Some suspect Ram is already working on a more potent variant, perhaps a hybrid setup that marries electric motors with the twin-turbo inline-six. Others predict an all-electric truck that revives the TRX name, this time with torque so immediate it could eclipse even the supercharged V8 in raw acceleration. Why the speculation? Enter Tim Kuniskis, the executive known for championing wild Dodge SRT projects and pushing Mopar to extremes once thought impossible. After stepping away, he returned to lead Ram at a critical moment, fueling rumors that he has plans to unleash something truly radical. Rumor has it that behind closed doors, there are prototypes of a battery-assisted powertrain that outperforms the TRX and the Raptor R. Skeptics doubt any hybrid or electric truck could capture the raw mechanical feeling of the TRX. Fans of old-school muscle trucks bemoan the lack of engine noise and drama in EVs, yet others point to the surge of EV success stories in the sports car realm, insisting that an electric Ram could deliver insane off-the-line performance, zero-lag acceleration, and strong green credentials to silence critics. One possible scenario is that the RHO is just an interim product, keeping Ram competitive against the standard Ford Raptor, while the brand refines a next-gen beast to take on the Raptor R or even surpass it. Whether that beast is part electric, fully electric, or another surprise altogether remains to be seen. But as the wait drags on, expectations soar, and with those rising expectations comes the stark reality of price. When Ram announced the RHO would start around $72,000, jaws dropped. That's already a premium figure, and by the time you add optional packages like the advanced driver assist, carbon fiber interior, or upgraded infotainment, the cost can climb close to $90,000 or beyond. For context, the original TRX started in a similar zone but had soared into six-figure territory for certain special editions. Dealers have seized the moment. Many see the RHO as a highly sought-after novelty and tack on markups that push the final price into the stratosphere. Some fans feel betrayed, arguing that the performance gap between the RHO and the final TRX models doesn't justify the steep sticker. Others counter that the advanced tech, new interior amenities, and brand recognition keep the RHO competitive in a market where even standard full-size trucks can top $60,000. Of course, no discussion of Ram's performance truck lineage is complete without mentioning Ford. The brand that introduced the Raptor concept over a decade ago still looms as Ram's biggest rival. The standard EcoBoost Raptor stacks up against the RHO in horsepower, torque, and off-road capability, but the RHO now edges it out in raw power. Meanwhile, Ford's Raptor R still boasts a V8 that takes direct aim at what the TRX once was, leaving the RHO in an odd middle ground. Online owners and enthusiasts are split between praising the RHO's modern approach and lamenting the absence of old-school aggression. Sales figures will eventually reveal where the public stands. For now, it's a tug-of-war between RHO newcomers who love the fresh design and TRX veterans who aren't ready to say goodbye to that supercharged glory. But that's not all that's complicating the RHO's place in history. Even though the TRX is gone, it's not exactly forgotten. The used market is flooded with low-mileage TRXs, some priced fairly, others with inflated tags capitalizing on the truck's discontinuation. Owners proudly show off the signature Hellcat whine, host meetups, and post countless videos of supercharged V8 roars. The RHO, in contrast, remains comparatively rare for the moment, turning heads more for its novelty than for its track record. The debate between loyal TRX fans and new RHO enthusiasts plays out daily across social media. One side can't imagine giving up that raw engine note, while the other insists that times are changing. And with the Hurricane, Ram has embraced advanced powertrain engineering. In between are curious onlookers who wonder if Ram will unleash another wave of performance that leaves both groups stunned. And then there are the rumor chasers. They pick apart every patent filing or vague statement from Ram's leadership, searching for signs that something bigger is on the horizon. Could a future TRX 2.0 appear with an electrified heart, overshadowing the RHO's achievements in one massive swoop? For now, Ram remains tight-lipped, letting the frenzy build on its own. That frenzy has a tangible impact on RHO sales. A chunk of potential buyers hold off, convinced something even wilder is coming. Others take the plunge, eager to be early adopters of the next era. In this high-stakes game, everyone is waiting for Ram's next move. But is that next move coming soon, or will the RHO stand as the brand's performance flagship for years to come? Ram's decision to end the TRX blindsided much of the automotive world. Yet here we are, watching the 2025 Ram RHO roll out with an inline-six twin-turbo engine that puts out genuinely impressive numbers. Sure, it might lack the guttural roar of the TRX, but it serves up advanced technology, refined off-road mechanics, and enough horsepower to keep Raptor fans nervous. The true mystery rests on Ram's long-term play. Was the RHO designed merely to fill a gap while the brand finalizes an even more brutal off-road monster? Or is this the permanent direction for Ram's high-performance trucks? New, efficient engines with cutting-edge electronics, meant to address modern realities without sacrificing fun. At the heart of this story is one undeniable fact. Fans are fiercely passionate. Some mourn the exit of the supercharged V8, while others embrace the future of twin turbos, possible hybrids, and maybe even electric performance trucks. Meanwhile, the rest of us keep an eye on Tim Kuniski's, widely considered the mastermind behind Mopar's wildest creations, to see if he's holding a secret ace. In the end, the RHO may prove a worthy heir to the TRX's throne, or it could be the platform that paves the way for something more outrageous, more powerful, and more unexpected than anyone can imagine. For now, one thing is clear: Ram thrives on surprising its audience, fueling rumors, and keeping everyone guessing about what's next. The RHO could be the final twist in a saga that changed off-road trucking forever, or just the opening chapter of something truly mind-blowing on the horizon. Which side are you on? Will you cling to the screaming supercharged V8 of the past, or embrace the smooth yet potent hum of the Hurricane? Let us know, because the conversation is far from over, and Ram seems all too eager to fan the flames of this rivalry. Strap in, because this ride is only just beginning.